What's up, you guys? It's Alayla Lynn, and I'm back with another video. In case you have not heard by now, last night it was announced that Teddy Campbell, husband of Tina Campbell of Mary, filed for divorce after, I want to say, 20 something years of marriage, 26 years of marriage. He has finally filed for divorce after years of cheating on her. He filed on her, and we're going to get into the details in this video. But girl, Tina, let me pray for you, because I hope you release yourself from the shackles that are on your feet. I pray that you release yourself from them so you can dance, because obviously Tina has something on her. Well, she will not let go of this man. She won't let go of this man. She won't let go of this marriage. And I guess it's from being indoctrinated in the church to the point where she won't let go of what appears to be harming her. So let's get into it. For my subscribers, TMZ is reporting that Tina Campbell, one half of the gospel powerhouse duo Mary, is facing a major shakeup at home because her husband has officially filed to end their marriage. And so when I first heard about this last night, I was like, dang, how many times he got to tell you he don't want you? When he was cheating, when that broke out, that cheating scandal broke out, I want to say about 12 years ago, that she found out that he cheated multiple times. She didn't even want to say the number because the number was so high, but he cheated multiple times with people close to them. When she found out then that he was living a lifestyle, like a single man's lifestyle, he was living a bachelor lifestyle while married to her, I thought she should have left him then, because I thought it was his way of letting her know he didn't want to be with her. Some people, especially men, are passive aggressive. And I don't know if it's subconscious or if it's consciously, but either way, they're passive aggressive. And so they do things to make the other person leave them, especially men. Most of the time, when women get divorced, it's because the women file for divorce. It's very rare for a man to file for divorce. And so when Tina took him back after he cheated the way he cheated, after it was a lifestyle of cheating, I felt like, number one, she was brainwashed. I felt like she was brainwashed by the church. But I also felt like he went along with it publicly. But I felt like internally he was probably like, damn, I just can't shake this woman. You know what I mean? So I feel like it was 12 years of them being miserable in the wake of her finding out about his cheating. But anyway, TMZ goes on to report Tina's husband, his name is Glendon Theodore Campbell, filed for divorce in Los Angeles County on Monday, citing the standard irreconcilable differences as the reason for the split, according to legal documents. Glendon says the couple tied the knot back in August of 2000, so almost 27 years. And they separated in June of 2024, so they've been separated almost 2 years. And I don't know, during their separation, it doesn't say if they were trying to actively get back together during their separation, like doing therapy and stuff, or if they were separated and really going their separate ways. The docs say they share two minor children together. From my understanding, they actually have four together, and he has one older one. So I guess at this point, only two are minors. He didn't check any boxes about custody, but he did ask the court to establish visitation and ask for any spousal support issues to be sorted out down the line. So that's given to me. Maybe he doesn't want custody and doesn't want to say it. That's how a passive aggressive person moves. Like, instead of just checking the box, that they don't want custody, they won't check anything. And he gives me passive aggressive. He checked the boxes indicating that there are no separate or community property issues needing division, which could mean a smoother split, or that there's some sort of agreement or other negotiations behind the scenes, which is what I think. If they've been separated for 2 years, it's very possible that they have been sorting things out behind the scenes as far as how they're going to handle their divorce. And so I just want to talk about the energy of passive aggressive people in this video, because I feel like that's what her husband was. There were so many red flags in a relationship, first of all, but I feel like one of the red flags is him appearing to be passive aggressive. We don't know how he is behind closed doors, but when they did their reality TV show, I watched every episode. And he seemed to be very meek and mild. Like, she seemed to be outspoken and he seemed to be meek and mild. And sometimes people who appear meek and mild it's only for appearances. And they do things behind the scenes, like they're passive aggressive, like cheating behind the scenes for years. And that shows how they really feel. And I feel like how he really felt was jealous. I feel like, in my opinion, that he was jealous of her success. A lot of people don't even know that Teddy was or is a singer. He has a group too. It's not just Mary Mary, like they both have singing groups. It's just that hers was way more successful than his. Mary Mary blew up, his singing group did not. And I feel like he was jealous. And sometimes men or people with more like masculine personality traits, sometimes when they're jealous or their ego gets chipped, they have to get that piece back. Like, let's say he's jealous of her success because he's in the same industry and he's not experiencing the same success. A lot of times, what they'll do is use women to fill in that part of their ego that got chipped off. Like, if their wife chipped at their ego by being so successful and not even knowing that her husband is competing with her, if she chipped at his ego, or even if the way she talked to him, we don't know how she talked to him, but even if the way she talked to him chipped at his ego, sometimes what a man will do is go build his ego back up. He'll go build his ego back up. And a lot of men use women to build up their ego. I feel like they've been miserable in the time that they tried to stay together. I think it's been miserable. I saw an interview a couple months ago. I'm going to share it with you. It was an interview Tina Campbell did, and she talked about how her husband keeps her in prayer. But the vibe I got from it was like, are you enjoying your marriage? Like, it made me question, are you enjoying your marriage? Like, if you're in constant prayer and you're not saying it in a way where I'm so thankful, like I'm always praying to tell God I'm so thankful. If you're just saying you're always in prayer, you're in constant prayer about your husband, it makes me feel like your husband is doing you wrong. Like you're in constant prayer because he's doing you wrong. So let me just share that with you guys real quick.
I learned how to pray fervently as a result of having infidelity hit my family. Now, I know this might sound crazy, but you know how the word tells us that God causes all things to work together for the good of those who love him and who are called according to his purpose, right? So I think that the mercy and the grace of God, not caused, but allowed the things that sin would cause in my life. God allowed those things that sin had another agenda with. God allowed those things to draw me to my knees, to draw me closer to him. And so this life of prayer began after that. And so my husband and I spend our life praying. I mean, right now in this phone, I got at least 2 prayer books just sitting around. And that's not the first one. And the first one that I already wrote, it was crazy. On the way here, I was reading that one, but I got 2 just from the prayers that we pray all the time. There's prayers for everything. Prayers for.
And so, okay, in general, I feel like prayer is a good thing. You know what I mean? But I just feel like it's something wrong if you're in constant prayer and it's not like a thankful prayer, but if you have to constantly pray to keep your marriage, like there's a part of marriage that should come natural to you and your husband. Like you should be happy together. If you're in constant prayer trying to keep this thing together, it just feels like something is still wrong. Something is still wrong and you're trying to pray it away instead of enjoying each other. You know what I mean? Because it sounds like the prayers are trying to keep something together that is falling apart. It really does. And so let me see when this was. February. This was in February that I saw this interview and I started to do a video then, but I didn't. But now it's coming out. They were already separated. This is Better Together on TBN, February of this year. So they had already been separated over a year. I don't know what Tina had going on, talking about praying to keep her marriage together. Maybe she really wasn't ready to give up. When it says they're separated, maybe he left and maybe she was praying to get him back. But girl, Tina, let me pray for you because I hope you release yourself from the shackles that are on your feet. I pray that you release yourself from them so you can dance, because obviously Tina has something on her. Well, she will not let go of this man. She won't let go of this man. She won't let go of this marriage. And I guess it's from being indoctrinated in the church to the point where she won't let go of what appears to be harming her. And if we can just be real about cheating, it can be harmful to your health. As a woman, if you stay with a cheating man, it can be harmful to your health. And she just won't let it go. So I pray the shackles are loosed off her feet so she can dance. Let her live her life, Lord. Let her live her life. Y'all leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think. As always, thanks for watching.
Wait, slow it down. Okay. Break it. Right now.